Okay.
Did it say it,
Spoiler
or
alert.
did it read it?
Otherworldlyculture.com.
TheMist.com. An umpire and a vampire square off week after week, reviewing movies outside their own strike zone. This week's movies, the 1993 The Program, and the 2007 The Mist, starring James Caan, Thomas Jane, Christy Swanson, Marcia Gay Harden, Haley Berry, Laurie Holden, and Omar Epps. Now two guys who know a visit from Cotton Eye Joe is far more scary than one from Jason. Tim Kretschmann
Now I get
and
it.
Jeff Miller. Do you?
Yeah.
You don't.
That's good.
You don't.
I got Cotton Eye Joe in one of these things. I bet that thing if we yell at it.
Okay, but
hey,
you-
good night, everybody. We have
Good night.
Dead on the Base. Yeah, it's night.
Yeah, I know. You know what really bothers me? Well, let's get intro and then I'll tell you.
Okay. He's Jeff Miller. They know him as the Ump. He's the living legend.
I almost said shit. Oh, I did. And
Early.
he's Tim Kretschmann. He's the vampire.
And I'm known as Dead Sexy.
Oh,
Living legend, Dead Sexy.
there you go.
right
Absolutely, 100%. You know what really bothers me?
there. A lot of things.
No,
actually.
when you listen to post game interviews to players, and it's an afternoon game, and they're like, tonight we did this, tonight we did that, and it was a day game. No, you did this afternoon. The coach is like, yeah, he had a really good game tonight. No, it was this afternoon. Don't they know if they're playing in the afternoon or night? Basketball, football, baseball, they'll all do it. They all just go tonight. That's my rant. Now, Cotton Eye Joe.
That's the first of many rants.
Cotton
tonight.
Eye Joe.
Cotton Eye Joe.
You do not want to meet Cotton Eye Joe.
Why not?
Look it up on the internet.
Oh, boy. All right.
Let's just put it this way. It's 3 letters. S-T-D. Let's go.
Wow. Thanks, everybody that's in the chat room.
See
They're
what you
saying
learned?
hi. Look at this.
Who?
They
Who's that?
say hi to the Ump, but not the Vamp. Did you notice that?
I see that. Who's
That's
swole
kind
that?
of pissing me off. My own mother.
Hey, wait a second.
That's my own mother. Oh, God, stop it. Okay, I'm going to be reviewing the movie The Program,
Yes!
which is apparently about football. And
I have the movie,
good work.
The Mist.
The Mist.
Not the Sierra Mist. The Mist.
The Mist.
This is what I'll be mixing in with my beverage tonight.
Yes, you will.
So,
hey, and being mixed up, that's one of your core competencies. So we're looking forward to that.
no, the Mist was, yeah, okay. I don't even go first, so I should just be quiet.
Yeah, you are. Oh, I'm
yeah.
first this week.
You are.
I
Wait,
am first this week.
Can we just pause for a second?
No.
I can't do 2 things. I can, but hold on.
Okay, everybody, please take a break. Everybody get in that chat room and, let's see. Tell Tim what mist, tell Jeff what mist means in German. Do you know what it means in German?
It means, I don't know. I can't make anything else.
This is famous because a car dealer, a car manufacturer wanted to name a car the Mist, which would sound like a really good name for a car.
Yes, I would buy it.
But it wouldn't sell in Germany because mist in German is manure.
So I'm drinking Sierra Manure.
For starters.
So I watched The Manure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it too. But no, go ahead.
Hey now.
No,
See,
thank you for that. See, no, I taught you about Cotton Eye Joe.
There
You
we
taught
go.
me about the Mist.
We are learning things so quickly on this show.
And you learn so much here. It's not just about movies.
It really, we're an educational program. I should probably take that this is really made for kids.
Should we try for PBS?
We should tell people it is for kids. We're teaching people things. People can learn about their favorite baseball players.
Oscar Gamble. That was Oscar Gamble.
How did that happen? I just pressed buttons.
The
and
best
things
throw
happen
in all
around
of
here.
baseball.
Okay. And I don't know what it is, but this camera comes in closer every week.
I love you. No,
It's
that's
ridiculous.
you. That's you going, look at me. Look at me.
Hey, let's face it. We got to do something for ratings, and making you smaller is probably a plus.
Should I just start calling you A-Rod?
All right. We're going to do the movie, the program. Let's see. What does that
Oh.
poster look like? Like
Yeah,
that?
no.
And here come some scenes
Yep.
up in the corner.
I'm just gonna watch.
I lost Jeff from this moment on. The program was made in 1993, directed by David S. Ward, who made Major League 1 and 2.
Correct.
James Caan is the star of the movie. It was budgeted at 15 to 20 million. It grossed only 23 million. It is a Touchstone film. Now, do you know what Touchstone Theater, or what's neat about Touchstone Studio?
It sounds like Touchdown.
No.
Okay.
But that's where your mind would go, yes. Touchstone was in a period of Disney history
Really?
where Disney, up until even through the 80s, they were mostly known for family films.
Right.
And they wanted to start make PG and R-rated films. So they created two studios. One was Touchstone and another one was Hollywood Pictures. Hollywood Pictures, you'll remember, is the studio that their first movie was Arachnophobia. Why I know that, I just know it. Anyway, Touchstone was their attempt for Disney to make movies that weren't R-rated,
And they
and they were the PG movies.
didn't have to worry about having their name on it.
Right.
Like
It
in the-
didn't
like
have
the
the
big
word.
name.
It didn't
Right.
have the word Disney. So people saw the name Disney. They figured animation, or they figured Kurt Russell,
World's Strongest Teen.
the World's Strongest Man, and the computer that wore tennis shoes.
Do you
and all that.
do you remember the Disney movie that got the first PG rating? It was actually a Disney movie.
I want to
And do
say
you know
it was
why?
the Black Hole.
Yes, and do you know why? I know why. I mean, it's not a joke.
What,
I know.
violence?
Well, no, there was a swearing. The first swear
Oh
ever.
yeah, what was it? And I think it was Anthony Hopkins that got to say it.
It was damn.
Yeah.
He said damn, and it got a PG rating. Well,
Well, there's a guy eviscerated in the film. Also, I
I didn't watch. The
could
movie. I don't
start geeking out on Black Hole. Because
Yeah, are you surprised I knew that?
I am. That movie was why they created Touchstone
There we go.
Pictures.
Connect the
because
dots.
they wanted it out of the Disney thing. Anyway,
Sorry, but go
Anyway.
ahead.
I loved that movie.
I missed some what? The program? I knew you
the
would.
the Black Hole.
All right, I missed some
All
of the
right.
program here, so get back to talking.
Okay, so I honestly don't know why they called the movie the program, because it doesn't seem to emphasize the program. It's all about the characters that Omar Epps and Sheffer play, Todd Sheffer. They are with the ESU Timberwolves to recruit Alvin Mack, who is played by Omar Epps. And the name of their quarterback, what is it? Craig Sheffer plays Joe Kane, and he's a potential Heisman Trophy winner.
But they go to get Epps because Khan is in jeopardy of losing his job.
Right. And that's, and that, by the way, that plot, we were talking about Disney movies. That was every Disney movie Kurt Russell was in, because it was always about, what if we got to put all the money in the football team and not insert whatever Kurt Russell's involved in this program. Because in computer wore tennis shoes, it's like, well, we're putting all the money over here and not the computer lab. And anyway. Okay.
Back to Omar Epps.
Here's the thing with
All
this
right.
movie. I put together a bullet list of things that I saw in here, and I am convinced the way the script to this movie was written was they took a bunch of 3x5 cards, they wrote these things on there, and they said, we got to work this into the
Okay.
movie. Because it doesn't particularly flow.
Gotcha.
It feels like somebody was doing a bullet list, what's wrong with college sports.
Okay.
In it, you have like a paid campaign for the Heisman Prize, or was it trophy?
Yeah, you know what it is.
Such an ass. There's giving players copies of tests. There's all these shady recruiting practices. There's the avoidance of drug testing and cheating with drug testing. At one time, he's taken a test tube out of a toilet roll in the center, and they're injecting clean urine into one guy, taking money from the alumni, $3 million to the college is given just for getting in a bowl game. There's a bar fight. There's a full-on roid rage date rape in this movie.
That chick was small. When you look at him,
yeah.
she had to been like 5'1". I mean,
yeah, he's a giant.
Yeah.
And actually, what's interesting is that character that plays the roided up guy.
Yeah. He looked like he was somewhere before. I've seen him.
I'll get into that later.
Okay.
He also here he's an absolute monster. Yeah. Right? He's a monster.
He is.
And they're like, oh, shouldn't you like him? Isn't he a likable guy? No. I'm like, likable? He's a monster. They should put him in jail. And then there's the tutoring for classes. The quarterback full on goes to rehab.
Yeah, he does.
Let's face it, he needed something. He's just self-destructive as hell. But rehab didn't seem to be the problem as far as I'm concerned. That was a mental condition he had. He had a little bit of a problem with booze. But they just needed somebody to go to rehab, and they picked him, as far as I'm concerned.
To hit one of your bullet points for the movie, yep.
Fully funded gym that was for use of the football players,
Kelly
and
Swanson.
other people just had to, get in when they could.
I said Kelly Swanson. That's when we see her.
Christy Swanson.
Yeah, her too.
Christy's sister. She's coming later on. That's what she said.
I stayed away from that.
Fully, yeah, I know. Reinstating a cheating player.
Yep.
Back into college.
You did watch this, didn't you? Damn.
There was a serious injury to the middle linebacker, who I thought was actually one of the better characters.
Yep. I felt bad. I felt
bad for him. The rest of that team can go blank themselves. Swapping key players in positions for athletes that not necessarily are excited about when they put the one guy over kind of on the side.
Yeah.
The quarterback proving himself for his surrogate father figure, his coach, because his real father wasn't there for him.
He's a drunk.
I mean, you're just sitting there, I'm like, check.
There he is.
And here's my overall thing on this is somehow they're wanting us to be happy when a team of cheats, domestic abusers, drug users, and a morally flexible coach wins. The last time I felt this manipulated, I was in the Hallmark store reading, cards. It's like, good God. I'm telling you, they had a list, and they're like, okay, this one, got this one, got this one.
I never thought of that movie like this because I've watched this a few times. Yeah. I saw it actually before it came out on a sneak preview because I worked at that radio station.
Right.
But I never thought of it this way, and you're right. They were just checking boxes, and they're like, let's put this in there, let's put this in there.
Well, that's actually how Wisconsin friends, Zucker, and Abrams, wrote Airplane.
They just put skits in?
They had jokes, and they had them pinned up all around them, and they're like, okay, that one fits here.
Yep, okay.
And they put it in, and I think the name of the movie is 0 Hour. I think they bought the rights to the script of 0 Hour or something. And if you go on YouTube, you can actually watch where they took exact scenes, and they just put a little funny spin on it.
Are you kidding me? No, I mean, you're not, but oh my God, really?
Yeah. So, and then they had other jokes that they wanted to work in, and that's how they wrote the script. They basically
Airplane is 0 Hour.
Yeah, I think it's 0 Hour.
Or whatever. I mean, I know but you know what I'm getting at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. I did like,
the whole movie.
I liked the helmet cam when they went to the helmet cam. That was neat.
Yep.
I liked how they set up snot bubbles. And at the end, you get the snot bubbles. I liked that. I thought that was well done. Because it didn't feel like checking a box to me. But I came down to, I can't stand James Caan's character. And James Caan always plays an asshole.
I got it.
Okay. But he always plays an asshole. But I usually like him, But I don't think he actually cared about his players. When it came down to it, I think he didn't care about his players.
Do you think he mailed in this role is why you didn't like him?
No, I think he played the role that he was
Okay,
given.
all right.
And I think that's true of a lot of those coaches where they're like, well, I'll use you up and throw you
Well, yeah,
out.
because you want to go to a
and-
bowl, you want to make your
Yeah.
money. He was a coach for 10 years there, I think they said in the beginning.
Yeah.
He was there for like 10, 15 years. This school, this is actually supposed to be a fictional school that's supposed to be Florida State University. That's
Yeah.
what's. Oh, do you have that in your?
No, but you had told me that last week on this, or 2 weeks
You have a
ago
better
on
memory
this
than
show.
I do because I knew I told you, but I didn't think you'd remember. But all right.
So, Craig Sheffer. Now, here's where I think the biggest problem is.
All right.
I think the main character is either Omar Epps or Craig Sheffer as Joe Kane, the
I
quarterback.
think that's the main. Well, I think it's built around Omar.
I think so too.
I think it's
it's
built about-
Omar, but I think Joe Kane is like secondary.
He is.
But he seemed like he was bored of his own life.
Wait, who are you talking about now?
The quarterback.
Right. I think, and that's because he's going into his senior season. He's up for the Heisman, and he knows what kind of family life he came from. But I think you're right. That's built around Omar Epps because here is a wide-eyed freshman coming into this. He thought that Haley Berry liked him at first.
Yeah.
He saw what it was like with the schooling
It's
and all
the
that.
entry. He's the
seeing all
character
this.
we're seeing things through.
Right, exactly. You're
I
right.
agree, but
Yep.
I just Craig Sheffer's character. I was like, you jerk. You're just an ass. And if I don't like the character, it's harder for me to get behind them. And they wanted you to get behind these characters.
I know they did.
Okay. Now, the on the field scenes, so much better than North Dallas 40. I mean, but that's like stepping over an ant.
You're talking 20 years of different movie.
And
20 years.
And I think they actually planned these scenes.
Yes, yeah.
Instead of just going to a local Catholic high school and saying to guys. Now, an interesting thing, the Roid Rage guy.
Yeah.
He comes in and he says, "Oh, I put on 35 pounds over the summer," and everybody's like shocked about it. And I'm like, I do that. I just do it with lasagna.
And
then
pizza.
at one scene he's giving up the drugs, right?
Yep.
He takes syringes and throws it in the toilet. How the hell do you flush down a syringe? Empty it, fine, but
it's not
I'm
going
like,
down. You're toilet, yeah.
He's mentally challenged.
What do you think of Swanson in this?
She was one of the bright points. I think
She dyed her hair?
I think Halle Berry steals the movie.
No, well, she does, but
Yeah, by Christy Swanson.
she dyes her hair for this movie. You know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of Christy Swanson, particularly during that period. But she is gorgeous. But they didn't really give her character. Her character, from the minute you meet her, you're like, oh, she's the woman that's going to kind of give this guy shit. He's not used to getting shit.
Yeah.
And he's going to fall in love because she's giving him shit.
Oh, that's right.
There are like 3 of them there. Okay. And,
Why do I miss that?
And I was like, I don't know. And I was sitting there kind of going, I know where this character is going, so I'm not digging it entirely.
What do you think about the scene with the motorcycle off the cliff?
What a freaking nut.
Stupid.
Idiotic.
I mean, they cut out the one. Let's talk a little bit about that scene where they cut it out and no one really sees it.
Go ahead. You actually
I did see it
know
because
more about it.
Well, I saw it because it was in the preview. Yep. So what they do is the Joe Kane goes out in the middle of the expressway, and it's an expressway. It's not a road. It's not like a 2-lane road, and lays down on the road and lets cars, and the whole team then follows them.
So this is a real busy road like Janesville.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Janesville that had like 6 lanes, and they're laying down, and they're letting cars like drive over them.
Yeah.
I think some kids emulated it or did it or they found somehow
there was a death and 2 injuries.
Right, so they pulled it. So they pulled it from the movie.
Yeah.
And so I mean,
why? I think we were getting rid of some bad actors there.
Yeah.
I mean, the people that are going to go and emulate that.
Yep.
They need to die.
Like Darwinism.
Yeah.
But they pull that out, but they don't pull the scene out where he jumps his bike. So I don't know.
Well, that whole character, Joe Kane's character,
Joe Kane
is totally self-destructive.
He is. That's another. God, you're good at this, Tim. You've been doing this for a while, huh? Because wait till you hear my thing of the
He's
mist.
blowing shit up. You know, he blows smoke up my ass so he can smoke me on trivia, and
Merch.
I'm not falling for it.
Merch.
This way. Stop it. All right. Hey, you know what you've been waiting for? Here we go.
Yes.
Here comes some horror movie connections.
Yeah.
All right. So we
This
said
always amazes
the main character, Omar Epps.
Yeah.
He was in 2 really big horror movies right after this.
Okay.
In fact, everybody except for James Caan, this was early on in their careers. Mm-hmm. So you're going to find a lot of these.
Okay.
James Caan was already established. He didn't have any horror movie connections. But Omar Epps went on to make Scream 2.
Yep, I saw that.
And Dracula 2000.
Oh, didn't see that.
Then we have your girlfriend, Christy Swanson.
Yes.
She went on to make Wes Craven's, I think, second best film, in my opinion. Second only to The Nightmare on Elm Street. Deadly Friend. Have you seen that one?
Didn't see that one.
Oh,
I didn't see that.
your future is so bright. She was also in Flowers in the Attic, which I think is a horror movie, in my opinion. And, of course, she played Buffy in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Didn't see that.
And Red Water, which is a shark movie.
Didn't see that.
I got a lot. Todd Sheffer, Joe Kane, the quarterback.
Oh, sure, okay.
Okay.
He looks familiar.
He literally has done a lot of horror movies because he has been the lead in Nightbreed, which was Clive Barker's second horror film. And it's one of those movies that everybody thought was going to be great, and it just was. Some people love it, but it's an acquired taste type of movie.
I saw that.
Did you see Nightbreed? Yeah, it's kind of whatever. It's no Hellraiser.
I would never see that.
Fire in the Sky he was in. That's when I'm going to be putting you in.
Hellraiser?
No, Fire in the Sky.
Okay, that's fine. I want to see Hellraiser with Pincushion guy.
Fire in the Sky is a alien abduction movie, but it's a hellacious one. Hellraiser
Does he get probed?
Hellraiser Inferno. Craig Sheffer.
Man, I never saw any of these.
Why did I write down Todd? I know I got that wrong, right? It's Craig. Yeah.
I mean, come on.
My notes are bad.
Are we working with a rookie here? What's going on?
I tell you. He was also in Dracula 2 Ascension, which I believe that movie was the direct sequel to Dracula 2000. I might be wrong about that.
Damn.
He was in a movie called Berserker, which I don't know much about except for it's a horror movie. He was also a voice on the animated Teen Wolf series.
Really?
On Saturday mornings. And Craig Sheffer, probably best known for being interviewed by Coach Michael Exler.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Mike, props, man.
We interviewed him at a Nightbreed reunion type thing.
Really? They had a reunion for that?
He, Craig looked a little under the weather when he got on. I'll send you the link sometime. He was tired. All right.
Okay.
Halle Berry.
He just didn't have his uppers, that's all.
He was going both directions at once,
Holy
brother.
man. Okay.
Halle Berry.
Oh, I like Halle Berry.
A very legitimate actress. Yep. Didn't have to do... Late in her career, and she still has a career, but she's not a A-lister anymore.
No. B.
But later in her career, after she was kind of done with the A-list stuff, she made The Call, which is I would say like a Criminal Minds type movie. And it's really, actually, it's one of those movies that like opened and closed in the same day. And
really?
It's pretty damn good.
I never saw it. You know that
really
it's because I thought it was something else.
Yeah. Andrew Birinarski. I think I said this right. That's Steve Latimer. That's Roy Boy.
Roy
Boy.
Damn.
He probably has the most impressive horror movie connections.
He's young, though.
Because he played Leatherface in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboots.
Get out of here.
The one in 2003 and the beginning 2006. And he played Dracula in Bram Stoker's Dracula's Guest.
Really?
But he's most known for that Leatherface thing. Because Take a look at him. He's gigantic. Now see him carrying a chainsaw. That's the most frightening thing you've ever seen.
But how do you even know it's him though? Doesn't Leatherface have something over his face?
You know that because he signs stuff at.
I'm just asking.
Movie
All right.
You don't recognize his face, no.
But he's known because of that. Okay.
Yes,
because of that
very
credit.
much. Yes, because of that credit.
All right.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I saw it. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, is really scary, really well done, super gritty. The reboot is very clean, but also very intimidating. He plays a very intimidating.
Am I getting one of those?
We'll talk. And Joey Lauren Adams, who plays James Caan's daughter, you know, the one that cheats and all that.
Yeah.
She's best known for comedies, but she even was in a horror movie
No way.
2006 called Animal.
Really?
And those are your horror movie connections.
Thank you, Tim.
That's pretty exciting stuff.
She was in Big Daddy also.
Yeah, she's been in mostly comedy.
Yeah.
She was in the Kevin Smith Chasing Amy.
Yeah,
I think she was.
Never watched that.
I think she was Amy. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. You know what?
Wait. Okay, go ahead. Merch. We are not. There's no way we've already done a half an hour. If we did,
yeah, we are.
We move pretty quick.
Why did this thing just belt out on me? That's not supposed to happen. What happened
Tim,
there?
I mean, really, if this is going to be second rate, what's going on?
I don't know what's happening.
They're not going to let us
now.
go to Horror Realm.
They're going to let us.
They need us there.
Where? Is
I hope
this
they're listening. I hope the Pittsburgh Mafia is listening because Tim and I will own Horror Realm. We'll own it.
Keep talking, buddy.
Well, it's true though.
Find this
I mean, they don't
thing.
even know what's coming. The Wisconsin guys are coming to town, and they're gonna. What's going on, Tim?
I don't know what just happened.
Overtime.
Yeah. I'm gonna try it one more time.
How was that?
That was pretty good.
I know.
Yeah, that's just not working today. It is fighting me. It is fighting me. I don't know why. Look at that.
No, that wasn't good.
That was not good, but it was entertaining.
So now while we're in the middle of this too, we both want to wish our mothers a happy Mother's Day coming up.
Yes, a very happy Mother's Day to all of the moms out there.
Yep.
But particularly ours because this is our show.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much for all you've done. And, it's about time for us to take a little break. We will return you to the regularly scheduled program in just a moment.
Cool.
But first,
let's make some merch money.
You've known Dead on the Bases as a high-quality podcast. You've known that only the highest levels of quality are tolerated in our audio and video product, delivered to you with only the finest podcasting partners and online audio delivery or video streaming. Now, Jeff and Tim are happy to announce their next phase in the proud evolution of their brand. Because now, Dead on the Bases has... You heard us right. You heard us develop the product online. You saw how the elements came together. You heard it all become the juggernaut of awesome you know today. We have Dead on the Bases merch. Get this high-quality, durable garment at our store or a fine partner location. Get our classic and classy tees that really shine, worn out on their own, paired with some chinos or a pair of jeans. This is for sure your new favorite tee. And it's also your significant other's new favorite tee. Made with a super soft blend of ring-spun cotton and polyester to help the shirt keep its shape, as it will soon be the shirt you wear for all occasions. And what else do we have coming in the line?
I'm thinking about getting coasters, and I'm thinking about getting tumblers, like Yetis. I don't know, man. I think we got a market going. I don't know.
As always, Jeff, you are so right. Get this fabulous product now at a location near you.
Wow.
Dead on the Bases. When you care. And when you are...
Open it up, let's Gigo style!
Nice.
That's it.
I'm getting myself...
Did you like it?
I loved it. Are you kidding me? That's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Hold on, let me just do one of these. There we go.
That's the cool. That's the cool. What you put together is freaking awesome. I can see myself putting that on and going over to Galaxy of Games. and tearing it up with my red quarters because I got a good report card. You remember that?
Yeah.
You remember that, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
That's really cool, Tim. Thank you for putting that together. But we really do have that. We're going to have that ready to go.
Coming. Yeah, we didn't just mock that up for fake.
Yeah.
In fact, take a look at Jeff right now. Look at those headphones.
Yep.
Those are pretty amazing.
These are also...
Yeah, you can get those $55, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll sign them for you. I'll sign them.
Wow, well, then it's $75.
It's got my ear sweat on them.
And we don't charge you extra for the ear sweat, but the signature, yes.
So if you come out to Horror Realm, you will have an opportunity to purchase all of our merch.
Did I surprise you?
You did, and that's fantastic. Right. That is fantastic. That made my night. I don't even need to review The Mist.
You're going to anyway.
But
ladies
that was
and
cool.
Gentlemen, here we go.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Yep.
Oh wait, I gotta press this button. There we go.
And I gotta get my Warrior call in there too.
All right, it's time for the living legend is gonna talk about The Mist. And I'm just gonna be dead sexy up here.
Is anybody in our chat room wanting to buy any merch yet?
I think merch. Yeah, I'm seeing a merch.
See, people want merch.
Right up there.
All right.
Wow.
Someone wants merch.
And a thank you for Happy Mother's Day.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So,
oh my God.
Yeah, there
The
it is.
Mist. Okay.
The Mist.
So the Mist was made in. Oh my God, that was so bad that. Oh jeez.
Okay, just calm down.
I know it's hard. Look at that. Okay, it's so hard for me to concentrate. I should watch these the day before. But anyways, so the Mist. Mist was made in 2000. No. Put it up. People don't want to listen to me. They want to watch that.
That's true.
This is an R-rated movie, about 2 hours long. 2007 this came out. This is based off the Stephen King novel, The Mist.
True story.
True. It's not true. Because if it was true, I never would have made it through it. The Mist, for people that have never seen this movie.
I've seen mosquitoes that size out.
Out in Muskego?
Yeah. I saw them over at, what's the name of that one little park that nobody goes to?
Kurth?
Actually, it's any park.
Anyway, so here you go. So The Mist is actually, if you've seen Maximum Overdrive, it's Maximum Overdrive meets, what's that movie? Oh, wait a second. I had this all planned out. I would have wrote it down, but I didn't. Help me out. What's that?
Hold it
Stranger
on.
Things.
Let's
I got
break that down.
I got it.
I would have wrote it down, but I didn't.
Here we go. It's Maximum Overdrive meets... I just forgot it again. No, Maximum Overdrive meets Stranger Things meets Romeo and Juliet. That's what The Mist is. And yes, it is, Tim. And I can't give it away, but yes, it is. Okay. Yes. And we'll talk about it after the show because I do not want to give this movie away just because for me
you can't.
I won't. I would never do it. I wouldn't do it, Tim.
You can't give it away because that movie is built on the ending in particular.
You know. The thing of it is, and I would never do that because I wouldn't want someone to do it to me. But I have to say, for a person who doesn't watch horror movies, this is another one of those movies that's perfect. It's right on the edge for me. And the reason why is because, and this is why Halloween and that I cannot watch because that to me could happen. This to me, in my mind, could never happen. But it's a good movie. It's very suspenseful.
But it did happen. It happened in New Jersey.
It did not. So here's the thing. Well, okay, Tim, it did for the listeners, but it really didn't. So listen to me. So here's the deal. So Stephen King, the dude lives up in the East Coast, in Bangor. That's what she said.
There we go.
Wait, Bangor. You brought her. You Bangor. Anyways, so he lives up there. So all of his movies are based on the East Coast and all that stuff. So what happens here is that there's a storm. And you know what I noticed? So in the storm, and I know that Stephen King had nothing to do with Poltergeist, but I thought of Poltergeist when the tree goes through the window. I don't even know why I did, but I did.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, so they have this big storm. There's a mist rolling in. They all see it. The dad, his name is Tom, the guy who plays the part.
Thomas
Jane, who...
plays David Drayton.
Yeah, so Thomas Jane, I've tweeted out to you a few times. Get on Twitch. Get in our chat room and let's talk. Let's talk.
Yeah, let's chat.
Because you know what? I liked Thomas Jane in this role. You know why? Because he was Joe Everybody. To me, he's got that everybody face, that everybody body. It's not like it wasn't like a James Caan or a or Nicolas Cage or something like that. He was just a nobody.
He was the stand-in for the audience.
To me, that was perfect.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
So what happens is, he had this beef with his neighbor. His neighbors are like, hey, man, I can't get into town because my car's crapped out. A tree fell on it. So he takes him into town.
I hate it when that happens.
And they're going grocery shopping, all right? He's going grocery shopping with his kid. And this is where it's kind of like Maximum Overdrive. In Maximum Overdrive, everybody gets trapped in a gas station, and these trucks that are possessed come after them. These people are trapped in a supermarket, and the mist rolls in. The mist.
Here, let me give you one.
Was that in there? Was that
Actually, there was a Wilhelm screen when Cornell, that's the kind of Western-looking dude that had a shotgun in his car, when he gets killed. Spoiler.
Wait, the guy that
Like
they tied the rope on him?
No, it was a different guy.
No, the guy who had the...
They tied the rope when he was going for the shotgun. The person that owned the shotgun, when he gets killed.
I don't remember that, but yes, okay.
Screen.
So anyways...
You really have to be listening for it, and
I gotta... You know what?
I've watched this a bunch of times.
I'm gonna be happy... I'm gonna be happy at the time that I'm actually like, I heard it. But I didn't hear it. But anyways...
It'll happen.
So, they're all trapped in this thing.
Yeah.
The part that was the scariest to me on this, and I'm not downplaying this because it was a good movie. It was really good. You're going to be surprised maybe with my rating.
Okay.
The part that scared me the most is when Mary Gay Harden, who plays Mrs. Carmody, when she gets her group together in the store and starts preaching, and she turns people against Drayden and his small group of people, that to me was the absolute scariest part.
Yeah.
And I'm not giving anything away. It was very... I had a hard time watching it.
It's grocery store as microcosm.
Right. And I... Thank you, Tim, because I wouldn't have came up with that saying, but that was the scariest part. I actually watched this on my own. My wife was doing something else, but she's kind of like watching it, but then she got sucked in, and she was like gasping when Mrs. Carmody starts rolling. She starts gaining a lot of speed. She's like a snowball going downhill. She starts gaining a lot of momentum.
All she needed was a couple people to believe in her bullshit, and she became more and more monstrous, really.
She is,
and you see
to me, she's the
hysteria.
monster. To me, she's the monster.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Drayden even says it. He goes, it was Drayden or somebody else says, we got to do this now. They wanted to get out of there. And someone said, no. He goes, you give her another day and she's going to have a congregation. I don't think he said it. Someone else said, said she'll have a congregation. And sure as I'm sitting here, she had that congregation and it got bad. So anyways, so some parts of this movie, the mist produces these bugs and they get in there and they try to kill these bugs. They actually go, I can tell some of these things. They go over to a pharmacy to get some...
showing scenes. So
I know. That mist, man. Holy cow. So...
It was thick.
It was thick.
Yeah. So
I know you're going to say something. Go ahead.
No. You can't see too far. So...
Yeah.
That's scary. When you can't see something.
But
when
I'm
the
not
door
really scared
is
of that.
closed.
No.
I mean, there's a sequence in this movie where they're by a garage door.
That was dumb. That pissed me off. That ticked me off.
Well, but that you can't see the whole monster is what's scary.
Okay, I get that. I wasn't scared about that part, but I wasn't even scared then. What ticked me off was that Drayden's like, hey man, there's something out there, don't go out there. And everybody is like, they don't believe him. They're like, they don't believe him.
Okay.
The guy said he thought it was a big bird.
Don't leave the house today. There's
whatever.
There's bad things out there. Yeah.
But
put on the face cover. Anyway.
All right. So anyways, so there's some scenes and you know what? Actually, the kid that got killed, he was kind of a knob anyway. So all right. Anyhow. But you know what? Hey, can I ask you something, Tim, about this?
Absolutely. So, you know I'm here to help.
So his neighbor, which is
Andre Brower,
who plays Brent Norton.
Yeah, go ahead.
What else is he in?
Well, I know him best from he was the lead detective on Homicide: Life in the Streets. But he's been in a comedy recently. Oh, what the heck is the name of that thing? We can click on this and find out.
Nobel.
Yeah, it's one of those Saturday Night Live.
So
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh,
I don't
God,
watch
I don't watch
show.
that either.
I don't watch that show, but I'm sure he's brilliant in it because he stole the TV show Homicide is one of the best TV shows that has ever been on television, and he is so intense in every one of those episodes, and you can see like 1/10 of that intensity in this movie.
So tell me this in this movie,
Yeah.
and if it's giving something away, then don't answer it.
Right.
He left.
He took off.
Did he die? Because I didn't see him again, and they didn't make note that he died.
You know what? I don't think we know.
Okay, that's all I want to know.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was him in the drugstore, but it turned out to be somebody else, and it was fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't fine. Don't get me wrong, but it was what it was.
It was effed up, is what it was.
It was. That whole drugstore was screwed up, and the whole. Well, yeah, and then
That's the scariest scene, I think.
do you know? No,
Wow.
Really? No. I disagree. The scariest scene is when she has her congregation turn on them. That is the scariest scene because they go after the boy.
The stat, yeah.
Yeah, but then
Yeah,
she's like,
that's
"Give us the
pretty bad.
boy."
Yeah.
that was bad. And we're not giving anything away, people. If you have never seen this movie, you have to watch this movie.
And you got to watch it to the end.
And if you've ever, you know what? I'm not going to give anything away, but I'm going to say this: if you've seen the movie Seven, and I've seen that,
Yeah.
I had the same feeling at the end of Seven as I had at the end of this.
Yeah.
And that's not telling you anything, but I had the same damn feeling.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was in disbelief.
Now, one of the things I enjoy with this movie, because I'm a huge Twilight Zone fan,
Yeah.
this reminds me so much of The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street. Do you know which episode that was?
You know what? I've seen only a few ones, and believe it or not, I've only seen the sports ones.
And-
The pool one, the baseball one, the boxing one. Those are the ones I've seen. Go
I'm
ahead.
totally shocked. Did you
I'm
know
sorry,
that, by
Tim.
the way, that Rod Serling wrote Requiem for a Heavyweight?
No, I didn't. know that.
That's a very famous sports movie that's been made about 3-4 times.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And Jack Palance played him in one. Anyway,
No, Jack Palance was in City Slickers.
all right.
Tim.
And one of
Merch,
the greatest
merch,
movies,
merch.
one of the greatest movies ever made, Tango and Cash.
Oh, that's right. You know what? We should you and I have a viewing and just watch Tango and Cash.
I think we need to do
My
that.
dog's name is Tango. Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I know.
I have to get another one named Cash.
Yeah, but
Say what
Monsters
you-
Are Due on Maple Street is the Twilight Zone where it's like a suburban cul-de-sac or whatever, and people's lights go off. And then they come back on, and people think,
Can't handle that stuff.
why are the lights going off in their house, and everybody's got a blackout except for one guy, and they're like, why is he special? What's going? And the whole mob mentality of that guy's evil, and he's, the Russians are coming, and all that stuff happens in the movie and in the show. And then there's a twist on the end that I'm not going to
don't give
spoil
away.
because it's Twilight Zone.
I might watch it.
But it's very much like the part that freaked you out
Yeah,
about this movie.
That's what I have to say about that. I
The
want
best line ever
In the
in
movie?
this movie
is
well, one of them is I got a lot of peas, but another one is your tongue must be connected in the middle so it can waggle on both ends.
I missed that, but I like that. What'd you think of Ollie? Ollie was a badass.
Who?
Ollie. The clerk that could shoot.
Yes.
He was a badass. I actually felt bad.
He was good.
He was
He
good.
was a good shot. And if
You see when
here's something you would appreciate being Mr. Numbers.
Yeah.
Every bullet that they show gets fired. Early on, they show that there's 12 bullets.
Yeah.
They shoot exactly 12 bullets.
Do you want
in
to
the
tell
whole
me?
movie.
You want to know how weird I am about this stuff? I counted them. I counted the shots because you see enough shows where they say
I know it. Yeah.
when they show enough shows and the guy keeps shooting. I'm like, there's only 6 shots in a revolver. How does he have all those shots?
What's
I
going
watched
on?
and he had them in his hand. Yeah, I did. I counted them out.
You know what my favorite
What'd I
is?
just do?
You
Well, that's
knocked
my
your phone down.
That's right. Nobody's calling me.
You do that.
I thought. You know who I thought was hot? I thought that
Oh, the one young lady.
Laurie Holden. Yes.
Oh, Laurie Holden has been a mainstay on The Walking Dead.
I can see
throughout.
that. She's
Why-
she's beautiful.
Let me just remember what my trivia question. Okay, I
No.
didn't give this trivia question. Frank Darabont wrote this.
Yeah.
And Frank made a couple Stephen King adaptations.
Yeah.
But there are, I think it's 4 or 5 people in this movie that went on to do Walking Dead because Frank Darabont also wrote the first season
Really?
of The Walking Dead.
Yeah, she's beautiful. I actually thought for a minute there, she winked at him or something in the grocery store. I'm like, I wonder if he's seeing her on the side, but that's not the way the show was going. So,
in the novella,
what's the novella again?
the short novel that this came from.
Don't even tell me they're at it.
Okay.
Really? I knew it. I knew it. Damn. Anyways, so all right. So can I do my sports horror connections?
Yes. Oh wait, I gotta find the button.
You haven't used this in a while.
Oh wait.
No. Why? Why?
There it is.
Yes.
Oh
yes. So. Oh, I haven't seen this part yet. I haven't been watching because I've been... All right, here we go. Oh, yeah, look at that. That guy's nasty. All right, so 59, count them, 59 minutes into the movie, there were actual baseballs thrown at the windows and then digitally removed to make it sound like those flying creatures were hitting the window. There's actually
cool.
baseballs. Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
I got something you didn't know?
I didn't know that.
Man, that's pretty cool. So here's another one. So Stephen King is a lifelong Red Sox fan, and he used to own WZ.
That's his problem. He shouldn't drag us into that.
Hey, they have some World Series. I give him props.
Okay.
He used to own the WZON Sports Talk station.
He owns like 7 or 8 radio stations.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
So what he did, he was part of the group that opened the 1992 Hayford Park on 13th Street. Sean T. Mansfield Stadium. He donated $1.2 million to build this. The strange thing to me about this, and it really bothers me, is because I was doing some research about Stephen King, because I wanted him to get on Twitch and contact us.
What's going on? I don't see him in our chat room.
But the thing that bothers me about this, he's got a very big fear of the number 13. So I'm really surprised that he put money into a stadium that was going to be built on 13th Street. If he would have chimed in, I would have asked him that. If I ever run into him, I'm going to ask him why he did that.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be any day
But
now.
but think about that. He has a fear of the number 13. He doesn't stop reading a book that's in a multiple of 13s, which is way too much math for me. But he doesn't. He's a freak like that. Thomas Jane. So
yes.
David Drayden.
Oh, let me hit it again.
Please do, because I never get these. No, that's what do you have, Tourette's? Yeah, Thomas Jane was the Mickey Mantle in the movie
Whoops.
Jesus, he was the Mickey Mantle in 61.
Yes.
Yeah, so he played there. So
I have not watched that yet. It's been sitting in my queue, and I think it's a picture of him. And I just
picture of the M. What?
It's a picture of him as the poster.
Yeah.
Of that movie.
No.
And I like.
It's him and Maris. They're both on the cover.
Okay. Well, but
Mickey and the.
I've been.
We should watch that one too.
At season 72.
17?
Yeah.
All right. So that's all I have because I'm saving something for my trivia.
Oh, I'm gonna get ripped here.
So, folks, I'll tell you what. If you don't like horror movies, this is a decent one to watch. If you like horror movies, you'll love this. If you've seen it already, you know I'm speaking the truth. That's all I do. All I do is spit the truth.
Oh, what did Thomas Jane used a baseball bat to great effect in The Punisher?
That's true.
As well.
That's true. Do you know
another sports?
You know
connection.
what? That's the magazine that he pulled out of the rack too. The Punisher.
Yeah, it is. Well, no, it wasn't.
They wanted him to.
Hellboy.
They wanted him to. That's right.
He was already.
Damn, I read that wrong.
He was already fighting with them about that.
Yep, you're right. So yes, they wanted him to. I read it wrong, but he took out Hellboy. But how would you even know that? How would you even see that?
I only know it because I read about it. That's the only reason I know.
I know it because I saw the movie. That's not true.
There you go.
So am I going to ask you the question first?
Well, first I'm going to find out.
Or are people done listening to me? You should answer the question first.
Oh, this is set up right, except I didn't press something. There we go. Now we got it.
How are we supposed to sell merch? Your mom's gonna want a T-shirt. Isn't
I'm
she?
gonna go first. Now,
Am I
okay,
gonna autograph your mom's
First
T-shirt?
of all, remember, you stay away from my mom.
I know, but I could autograph the T-shirt for her.
Stay away from my mom.
Oh, I don't have my.
Okay.
Oh, here it is.
Now, people that are in the chat room, now is your chance. This is your chance for you to play along. Jeff is not going to look into. Well, let's face it, he can't even figure out what the chat room is. But I am going to read 3 items. And he's going to guess which one is false. 2 are correct. 1 is false.
Has to do with the mist.
It has to do with the mist.
The
Are you
fog.
ready? Are
Yes.
you ready? Okay.
Yes.
A. The movie was considered a bomb on original release, making $8 million on an $18 million budget.
Okay.
B. When Marcia Gay Harden first says, "It's death out there."
Yep.
You remember Mrs. Carmody?
Yep, I'm looking right now, yep.
That's not part of it, but when she says it's death out there, William Sadler is out of focus in the foreground. William Sadler is perhaps best known for playing death in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Oh my God. Okay.
And letter C, Thomas Jane and Toby Jones.
Who's Toby Jones?
Toby Jones is the sharpshooting.
Oh, Ollie. Ollie, baby.
Yep. Both had significant roles in Marvel films. Again,
I know.
the movie
I know this
was a
one.
bomb.
Yep. I know what this one's gonna be.
It's death out there, or Marvel movies.
Could you repeat "It's Death Out There" one? Could you repeat that one, please?
When Marcia Gay Harden first says it's death out there, William Sadler is out of focus in the foreground.
Yep.
Sadler is perhaps best known for playing death in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Okay, I know the answer.
Okay.
The one that's wrong, it's A.
A is wrong. So you believe that Thomas Jane and Toby Jones were both in Marvel movies?
No. Wait.
Which one's false?
Which one's false? It's A.
A is false.
Wait, reread A to me.
The
Reread
movie
it.
was considered a bomb on original release, making $8 million on an $18 million budget.
What does original release mean? The first opening weekend?
No, total box office.
Oh, screw
domestic.
that. A is wrong. A is false. A is false.
A is false?
Yep.
Damn it.
Da 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 da. I want
You
some
are
music.
correct.
Give me some music. Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
Jerk.
Yes.
Now, you might be wondering, what was Thomas Jane and Toby Jones?
I know.
In Marvel?
Yep.
Okay,
Well,
tell
Thomas
me.
Jane was Punisher,
Punisher.
but I don't know what Ollie was.
Ollie was the lead scientist in Hydra in the first 2 Captain America movies.
Wow, it's a really good thing I guessed.
And yes, William Sadler did play Death in Bill and Ted's Bogus
That sounded
Journey.
right to me. For some reason,
Yeah.
that just sounded right.
I love William Sadler. He was also the lead villain in Die Hard 2.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
Wait,
I'm a big fan.
Wait, Sadler, is he any relation to Adam Sandler? Oh, Sandler.
I don't think
No,
so.
Sandler.
It's Sadler, not This is him. This guy right
Merch.
here.
Yeah, but I didn't want to click on it. But if I would have clicked on
there
it,
it is. You would have seen
I know.
it.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
have done that to you.
I know.
Man, I'm good.
Hey, it wouldn't have
5
mattered.
points, baby.
That wasn't the one I was hoping you would bite on. Okay.
All right.
Go.
That's what she said. Christy, where are you? All right, anyways. Gorge?
I can't use that. That's a Disney sound effect. They'll probably sue me.
All right,
Okay.
here we go. Here are your 3. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You can't look in that chat room.
I'm not looking
All
in
right.
the chat room.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good.
You dirty rotten.
All right. The University of
Chat room, tell me what the answer is.
The University of South Carolina Gamecocks used their home field, William Bryce Stadium, for the movie for the East State University Timberwolves. So Eastern State University used their field for the movie production.
Okay.
James Caan actually did the program as a favor to longtime friend and college roommate at Michigan State University, David Ward, who introduced Caan to his first wife, DJ Mattis. And Christy Swanson and Thomas Jane both starred in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Starred?
Well, they're both in it. Because I don't know what your definition of starred is.
Yeah.
I don't know what my definition of
Did
true or false
Thomas
is.
Jane appear at all in Buffy the Vampire Slayer? I'm gonna say that's false.
So you're gonna
I'm
jump
gonna
on this
go-
right off the bat, aren't you?
I am. Because there's no way I'll know one way or the other on the first one. The second one sounds true-ish.
Mm-hmm.
But now that's what worries me about the last one, because it sounds like something I should know, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's true.
Yeah. So you're saying the
I'm
last,
saying C is incorrect.
and you are wrong, and you should get negative points for not knowing this.
What the hell was he in Buffy the Vampire
Pull
Slayer?
it up. Pull up
I
IBDM.
need to look at
Do it. The one that's wrong is James Caan went to Michigan State, but he was never friends with David Ward.
That
Or
is
he
a
didn't
good
know.
one, though. Oh, we got the wrong.
I wrote a good trivia this time.
Yeah.
yeah, I did.
I fell for it hook, line, and sinker. And
Stinker.
I honestly don't believe
This is awesome.
Jeff.
Do
Okay,
it. This is
where
awesome.
he?
I should get more points for
He's
this.
not on here. I'm looking.
Yes, he is.
Where?
Look, don't go so fast.
I'm looking.
He's in there. Keep going.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Full cast.
I am being
Go down.
hornswoggled.
He plays right there, right there, right
You
there.
have got to be kidding me.
I get
Zach.
more points. I should get more points. I should get 10 points for this.
No.
No, you should screenshot to show these people this.
No.
So Thomas Jane
It's
plays
true.
Zeph
I'm
as
admitting-
Thomas Jane.
I am admitting it's true, and that's all you get out of
Yes.
me.
Yes.
That's all you get.
The power. Merch.
All right. It's
You
time
know
to
what?
go
And
to
it's-
the scoreboard.
No, but that's something because that's actually a movie.
I'm shocked. I am in shock. I can't believe it. He had to be. Well, no. Well, he had to be pretty young because that was back 94, 95.
I can't believe I got you on that. Holy
Wow.
cow, man.
I'm blown
Wow.
away. So, okay. Jeffy got his right.
Hell
I
yeah.
got mine way wrong.
And I should get extra points for that because it was a
So
horror
Jeff,
movie.
no. So Jeff is still in the lead at 44. Let's hear, Jeff, what are you giving The Mist?
Ocho. I'll give it an 8. You bet.
Nice.
Good movie. Good movie.
Okay. Coming in tonight, I was going to give it a 4. I was not happy with the program. But as I've sat here, I'm kind of like, well, I didn't hate it either. So I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm giving it 5.
6. Oh, 5.
I'm giving it 5, which is probably
Yes.
generous. But that gives you your stupid, stinking 4 lead again.
You know what? You know what the number 49 means? That's my number.
That's
that
your
was,
number.
That was my bus number when I was in kindergarten.
You remember your bus number from kindergarten.
I
You
used
do
to wear
have
a thing around
disease.
my...
You have a disease.
And you know what? I took that number in baseball. I love that number. That's my number, 49.
Wow.
Really?
Hey, you know what's coming up soon? Another episode.
Of what?
Dead on the Bases.
Yeah,
it's
baby.
coming up.
What do we got next week?
Well, that's what I'm trying to
'Cause
remember.
I don't remember.
It's season 2, inning 6.
Yeah, siete. No,
Let's press
seis.
the button. Zex is how it's said in German. Zex,
Zex missed.
which I know
Six
a
manure.
lot of our female viewers are dreaming of with me right now. Here we go.
Zex.
Season 2, episode 6. Next week, we're not taking a bye week, believe it or
Oh,
not.
you get tin cup. You lucky
I
bastard.
get Tin Cup, but look at the excitement you have.
Westworld.
You have Westworld, which has recently been remade
Boy.
into a TV series that is absolutely terrible.
Okay.
But you get to see the really good Western horror hybrid Westworld.
So
I've seen Tin Cup before. I'm looking forward to it.
Tin Cup's really good. I like Tin Cup. I love that movie. I'm looking forward to watching it again. Kevin Costner does a lot of sports movies.
He does.
We could do a whole season with just him, but I like this movie so much, and I don't even know what it is. I know it's an average, everyday guy. Let me ask you about Westworld, though. And I'm not being funny here because I can't be.
But you're not funny.
So listen,
yeah.
no, right. So I know Will Smith did Wild Wild West,
Yeah. This has got
But-
nothing to do with that.
right? But that's like a modern day twist on a Western because it has the robots and all that. So is Westworld similar to that? It's like,
No,
well, it's robots though. I know
it's
that.
different.
Is it like the one with Stepford Wives?
I can tell you the basic conceit.
Is it like Stepford Wives?
It's sort of what it is Westworld is like Disney World. People go there as a
Really?
resort,
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
and you get to shoot at cowboys.
Okay, don't
That
tell me
are
anymore.
androids.
Don't tell me
Yeah.
anymore. That's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to that. I
It
am.
was written and directed by the same guy that wrote the book Jurassic Park, which got made into a movie.
So this is a book first.
This was a book, and Michael Crichton, the director and author, then made it into a major motion picture.
Cool. I'm looking forward to it, Tim. Thank you.
I know you're gonna love that one. It's sports related because there's a lot of people running.
That's good.
Oh, we're getting questions in the chat room.
let's hear it.
They came alive.
Maybe
Let's
I can
see.
answer.
How did they do in trivia is what I'm wondering. We have a C and a B.
Wait, who's asking what?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see.
Your Trodask had it right. Trodorsk.
Yeah, he usually does. He's terrible.
I'm glad you didn't look at that. I really am.
There's a lot of concern that you have not seen Westworld before.
Well, who would see that? I mean, it's not like on my radar. Why would I see it?
Yeah, because there isn't a single sports scene.
I wasn't even born then. It was probably came out in like 62, right?
You weren't even born then. You're sounding like a millennial. Yeah.
Wait, let me get my phone. Or, yeah, whatever. I don't even know. I don't even know what millennials say.
Nice.
Tim, you
hey,
and I are Gen X. That's all there's all to it.
That's all there is to it. Hey, I
Merch.
want to thank you so much for another great show. Oh, yeah. Let me
Put it up there,
let me
man.
get that up there. I got to press 3 different things at the same
That's
time.
what she said. There we go. That's gonna be available. So let us know. Hey,
Yeah,
how
what
do
is
they,
it
how do
going to
they
be?
email us?
$80, right?
Yeah, right, with my signature on it.
Right. There
So
you go.
wait, but how do they email us again?
They can email us
At-
by sending an email through an email program.
Right.
It goes to Tim at otherworldlyculture.com.
All right.
Or if you prefer talking to the you can send it to Jeff at otherworldlyculture.com. Maybe we should set up Vamp and too.
Sure.
This is going to be more work. I don't think I'm going to
I will respond to you if
But
you
it
email
will
me.
be... Yeah, he will.
Let me know
'cause-
what size. We'll get it. We'll get set up for you.
Wait, now you said you're going to get a fashion model or something to
Yes.
do this too?
I
Yeah.
already got that taken care of.
All right, fantastic.
Christy.
So,
Hey, Christy.
and I heard that all of them at Parkland Mall have sold out already.
No, that
That's
was
what
so
I
cool.
heard.
When you put that available at Parkland Mall, I know it's inside for us, but that's funny. Good. That's good stuff, man.
That is good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Oh, I've got something important to say here. Want to remind everybody that you can pick up our show anywhere you can find good podcasts. Ours somehow got in there. You can find them all, of course, at otherworldlyculture.com, but you can follow our show on Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Pandora, TuneIn,
Pandora.
Stitcher, Google, and other fine places. You can tell
Facebook.
your smart speaker, you can yell
Can
at
you?
that, and yeah,
I can go home tonight and say, "Hey, play Dead on the Bases."
absolutely.
Wow.
You can, and it'll say, "Are you sure?" Is what it'll
DOTB.
say.
DOTB.
You know what? We're over time even more. So we're gonna close it up, guys. Which means if it's sports, it's a home run. If it's horror, run home. We're Dead on the Bases, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.